let's look over some of the new features of the spells, because they haven't dropped the differences of the druid yet, and I do not want to go through their boring video again. Let's go over the spells that are changes. First off, my favorite spell, Detect Thoughts. I love that spell. You can do so much with it, especially during narrative. You can also use it to spy on people. It's one of the best out combat spells, and my favorite in combat spell is Fireball.
I'm a fireball.
What else? And counter spell. I mean, which wizard doesn't like that? But there's a lot of spells I would like to like, but I do not like. Cloud of Daggers is one of those. It's Crown of Madness is another one. These are so underwhelming. They do not make any sense. There are also a lot of spells that do not stack up once on the higher level. When your cantrip is better than a level 2 or 3 spell, it kind of, especially in when it's damage dealing, it kind of defeats the purpose of the spells, and also it makes you need to switch up, but that's okay. I would really like also to see Sleep, being Sleep as a powerhouse in the first few levels. At level 3, 4, it was best to change. I would like to see a few changes to the spells, a few more spells with intelligence saves, because that was one that was heavily underutilized, and also the area of effects to be a little bit more unified, or at least more explained. We actually had to print in 3D printing areas because they were so complicated. Alright, so let's go. There are 4 big changes. 1. Many favorite spells have been boosted. Yes, I do hope they didn't boost the Fireball,
I'm a fireball.
because that one was still one of the strongest one. Alright, let's see what they are saying here. Healing spells will keep you and your allies longer. Cure wounds now is 2d8 plus your your spellcasting modifiers. Okay. And Healing word is your is also 2d4 plus your modifier as level 1. And money also increase a new amount of functionality. Prayer of Healing takes 10 minutes to cast. Now grants the benefits of a short rest to up to 5 creatures. Okay, so Cure Wounds and Healing Word is great that you have one more die for the healing. That there's a lot. Healing Word, we didn't really need it because Healing Word was more to put someone up, but the plus was always +2, so now it's your modifier. So that's very, very nice. And then the Prayer of Healing, which takes 10 minutes to cast, but short rest. That's a short rest is very, very interesting. Because they say benefits of a short rest. That means spells regaining an ability, able to use other things that you can stretch up. I assume this also might mean that you might be able to change your weapons mastery around. Okay. Oh, I see change for the Cloud of Daggers. You can now use a magic action. They are so going to complicate things. When they start speaking magic action, heroic inspirations, I am getting bad flashbacks to 4. On your 4th edition. On your later turns, move the clouds up to 30 feet. You can move your Cloud of Daggers, and your Chromatic Orb has the potential to strike an additional enemy to the dodgeball vibe. Okay. The Cloud of Daggers wasn't much needed. It was a terrible spell because you couldn't move it. And the Chromatic Orb, to be honest, the only down point of Chromatic Orb was the fact that when you throw it, it wouldn't either hit or miss. It was a big hitter if you hit, but it was a hit or miss. I like the idea of a more dodgeball thing.
Ooh, you're out for a dodgeball!
That it goes to another enemy, but I really think that they really want you to always be able to do some kind of damage, and that is a little bit annoying me. It did not need, but okay, it might be fun. Also, if it needs probably additional enemy within some kind of range, so that's gonna be different. Let's see, then we have Blade Ward. Fairly underused cantrips. That's not a very underused cantrip, that's a completely useless cantrip, just like True Strike. Because it costs an action, it has only less turn. Now it still takes a magic action, so I assume it's gonna be an action, a magic action, because then you have difference, because then it's no longer spell, attack, or attack. Okay. This cantrip lasts for a full minute with concentration, and forces all enemy attacking you to subtract 1d4 for their attack rolls for the duration. That is a lot more interesting. Still takes action though. That's the problem. But it's It's better. It's a lot better. For a cantrip, that's quite okay. 1d4 less. It will be a... I don't see this working on high level. I see this working on low level. But that's very nice. All right. Second, it's easy to use and find your favorite spell. Okay. They provide more artwork of the spells and use to give more inspiration. That's great. More artwork. Always like more artwork. The only problem with artwork is it makes my book heavier and my back hurts. I bruised my back a few years back, and I still, when I wear something on my back, it screams at me. The ritual tag has now been moved to the casting time, make it easier to find since it's impacted the casting of a spell. Okay. An example is the Conjure Fey and Conjure Celestial. It has been updated to officially reflect popular modifications. Give information you need to cast them and then the spell description themselves. Duration. So it no longer just has the ritual tag, it's just casting tag. Alright. Number 3. New spells! Yay! New spells! I love new spells. I have a lot of TTRPG books with spells that I just transform into D&D spells. I've made a few spells that I really like myself. Because they're just very interesting. Let's see. Includes ties down to multiverse. Tasha has brand new spells. Tasha's Bubbling Cauldron, which create a magical cauldron for 10 minutes that you and your allies can reach into and grab vials of common or uncommon potions of your choice. Wow. Is this healing potions or... Oof. Oof. Okay. Is it that random? Okay. All right, it's a great. I hope that the monsters have a lot more HP, man. Yalarzi, a celestial patron warlock with the distinction of being a non-wizard member, has a powerful namesake spell, Yalarzi, Storm of Radiance. Spell creates a raging 40-foot cylinder that deals radiant and thunder damage, deafened and blinded, and able to cast verbal components. Well, that is okay, but spells like that was not really necessary, to be honest. I think more necessary spells were, like I said, intelligence saving throws, maybe spells more narrative for getting clues or for getting information on monsters if you did not have the spells, or maybe pathfinding, things like that. Toll of the Dead is into it, but Toll of the Dead was like the main, they made it for clerics, so if it wasn't in it, I would have been very angry. Okay, for the Arrow of Effect, Emanation is a new Arrow of Effect joining other types like Cone or Spheres. An Emanation spell is straight line in all directions from a creature or object that moves with them. Its spell duration is longer and is okay. So, Emanation means it's on you, so you get a spell on you and you are emanating it outwards. Okay. Okay. These are the only changes? Alright. Well, these are little changes. This is going to be a small little video. Let's see what I think about it. I think that the boosting of the spells is great. That is very, very good. It makes your spell more worth it. Blade Ward was a must. You're finding and using your spells. I think, yeah, that's very good. Although a lot of people just use the D&D Beyond app. New spells for the core rules. Cannot wait to see it. But this is something I think I might want to discover when they come out. An Emanation Arrow of Effect. I think this is interesting because this does mean that you are able to target it to dispel it. Unless I'm saying random shit. Anyway, I think this is fun little change. I am both dreading and excited for this. I really want to see a stat block of a monster. I just want to see a little stat block. Anyway, I would say please like, share, and subscribe. Comments on the video below. And if you have any ideas for a cool spell, let me know. If you made a homebrew spell, link it to me. Thank you so much. And bye bye. Continue to ramble on. Bye bye.